Now let us understand different types of movements of growth of plants. Here we will learn phototropism, geotropism, chemotropism and hydrotropism. Let me tell you in brief. Phototropism is a movement towards light. Geotropism is movement towards gravity, or sometimes it is away from the gravity. Chemotropism is movement towards chemicals. Hydrotropism is the movement towards water. Environmental triggers such as light or gravity will change the directions that the plant parts grow in. This directional or tropic movements can be either towards the stimulus or away from it. So, in two different kind of phototropic movements, shoots respond by bending towards the light, while roots respond by bending away from it. Let us first learn about phototropism. Photo means light. Phototropism, that means movement of plants towards light. In the figure you can see, take an example of a plant which is kept near to the window. From the window, when sunlight comes, it falls on the plant and the plant grows. Now, as you can see in the figure, that the leaves of the plants have bent towards the light. Okay, you can see in the figure. So, this is called phototropism. When the movement of the plants is towards the light, it is called phototropism. Now, you can think of the shoots and the roots. Now, what happens actually that it leads to bending of the plant towards the light? You need to remember two words: positively phototropic and negatively phototropic. Positively phototropic means which move towards the light, and negative phototropic means which move away from the light. Photo means light. So here two things we have: shoot and roots. Which one is the positive phototropic? Obviously it is shoots. They move towards the light, so it shows positive movement. That is why shoots are here positively phototropic. Which is the negative phototropic? So they are the roots, because we see that the roots do not move towards the light. That is why the roots are negatively phototropic. In the figure also you can observe that it is kept in the room, and from the window the sunlight is coming. That is why one part of the plant is only getting sunlight. Here in the figure, the left hand side only getting the sunlight, whereas the other side, right hand side part of the plant is shady. Sunlight does not fall on that. This causes that the one part of the plant only gets light, and that is why it bends towards the light. So this is called phototropism. Now you may think that if it is kept in the garden, then it may happen that this plant does not show phototropism, because from the all side when it gets sunlight, it will not cause any bending. Here from one side only it is getting sunlight, that is why it is getting bent. So this is all about phototropism. Now let us talk about geotropism. Geo means earth, or else we can consider it as gravity. So plants or trees show geotropism. Now here also we will consider two words, positively geotropic and negatively geotropic. Positively means which shows towards gravity, and negatively geotropic, that means which goes away from the gravity. So these two things for all four types of movement we will remember. Positively geotropic means which shows movements toward the gravity, and negatively geotropic means which shows movement away from the gravity. Now here, which part will be positively geotropic and which part will be negatively geotropic? So positively geotropic will be roots, as it shows movement towards the earth. We know that roots go down. That is why positively geotropic will be roots. It goes down. That is why it shows positively geotropic movement. Which will be the negative geotropic movement? So it will be shoots. The tips of shoots always grow upwards. Do they come down? No. It always grows up. That is why here the shoots will be negatively geotropic, as it shows movement in upper direction, opposite direction to the gravity. You may think that if we keep a plant like this horizontally, then what happens? Then also the roots will go down only. You can see in the figure, roots will show positively geotropic movement. Even if we keep it horizontal, the roots will not grow horizontally. In this situation also, the roots will show positive geotropic movement as it goes downwards only. It does not show horizontal movement. So the roots will be positively geotropic. Now look at the shoots. The tips of the plant will always grow up, as it shows negative geotropic movement. Even if we kept the plant horizontally, the leaves or the shoots does not grow horizontally. It goes upwards. In the figure you can see. That is why we can say that it shows movement in the opposite direction of gravity. That means it is going away from the gravity. That is why this is negatively geotropic. So this is about geotropism, the movements towards or away from the gravity or the earth. Now let us talk about chemotropism, where the plant shows movement towards chemicals. Chemo, that is derived from chemicals. Now what are the chemicals needed by plants or trees? What are they? We all know they are the fertilizers. So when it shows movement towards it, then it is chemotropism. Now where do they get chemicals? Obviously from the soil, right? So the roots will show positive chemotropism and the shoots will show negative chemotropism. In detail, we will learn in higher standards. And the next is hydrotropism. Hydro means water. So when the plants show movement towards water, it is called hydrotropism. From where do the plants get water? From the soil itself, right? So the roots will show positive hydrotropism and the shoots will show negative hydrotropism, as the roots will get water from soil, right? So the roots grow in the direction of water, so it is positively hydrotropism, and the shoots will be negatively hydrotropic. Now for chemotropism also, there is one example, that the growth of pollen tubes towards ovule. This we will learn in chapter number 8. Now we have seen that the movement of the sensitive plant in response to touch is very quick. We saw for touch me not plant. The movement of sunflower in response to day or night. That is example of phototropism. Growth related movement of plants will be slow process. For faster responses, there should be transmission of electrical impulses. We have seen in nervous system. So that electrical impulses are excellent means for this purpose. But there are limitations of use of electrical impulses. What are they? We know that they will reach only to the cells which are connected by nervous tissues. Other than that, it will not reach. So, also we know that an electrical impulse is generated in a cell and transmitted. The cell will take some time to reset the mechanism before it generates another impulse. So, we can say that cells cannot continually create or transmit electrical impulses. So, there should be an option for this. What it can be? There should be a chemical communication. Most of the multicellular organisms use another means, another way of communication between cells, that is called chemical communication. Instead of electrical impulses, we use chemical communication. Yeah, you will think, what is this chemical communication? That is by hormones. We all know about hormones, right? So instead of generating an electrical impulse, stimulated cells release a chemical compound, and this compound will diffuse, that means will move all around the cell. So first we will learn about plant hormones, the chemicals which are released by plants. Here we will learn mainly 4 types of plant hormones. So first of all, what are plant hormones? Plant hormones are chemical compounds which help to coordinate growth, development, and response to the environment. Remember, chemical compounds which help to coordinate growth, development, and responses to the environment. We will learn plant hormones like auxin, gibberellin, cytokinin, and abscisic acid. First of all, we will see about auxin. Auxin that is synthesized at the shoot tip. That means auxin is produced at the shoot tips of the plant, and it is always produced during the sunlight. So auxin is produced in more amount at shoot tips. What is the function of auxin? It helps to grow longer. And as I said, it involved in phototropism. That means during the sunlight, the plants will release this type of chemicals named auxin, which are produced at the shoot tips. Now, as I said, that it is involved in phototropism. Now, recall the example of phototropism. Phototropism is bending towards the light. So, when auxin is produced in more amount at the shoot tip, in that direction, it will move towards the light. Second type of plant hormone is gibberellin, which helps in growth of stem. Now, as you can see, auxin is help for growing longer. Gibberellin is help for growing the stem. So this all plant hormones are helping for growth and development of the plants. Third type is cytokinins. which promotes cell division and cell elongation. That means cell division means what? It helps to produce more cells for cell division. That means producing more cells. Elongation means to grow longer. It is present in greater concentration in fruits and seeds. Which? Cytokinins. So first is auxin, second is gibberellin, third is cytokinins, and last one is abscisic acid. Abscisic acids inhibits growth. Inhibits growth means it stops the growth of the plant, and it causes wilting of leaves, and it is called as stress hormone. Wilting of leaves means what? Loss of rigidity. That means the plants will fall. So you think that all other three plant hormones, auxin, gibberellin, cytokinins, that all are helping plant to grow, right? One is helping to grow longer, one helps in cell division, one is helping to grow stem, and this is the only one, abscisic acid, which stops the growth. So this is also required. If the plants continues to grow, what happens? There is continuously growing of plants only. So this is also needed. So this plant hormone abscisic acid inhibits growth. It stops the growth of the plant, and because of that it causes wilting of leaves. That means the leaves will lose its rigidity and it will fall off. So we learned about plant hormones, auxin, which is produced at shoot tip, which helps to grow longer. That means it helps for cell elongation. It helps to grow longer. It is also involved in phototropism. Second, we learned gibberellin, which helps in growth of stem. Third, we learned cytokinins, which helps for cell division, and it is present in more amount in fruits and seeds. And the last, we learned abscisic acid, which inhibits the growth, which stops the growth of the plant, and then because of that it causes wilting of leaves and the leaves will fall off. So this is all about plant hormones. Thank you.